Welcome ladies and gentlemen to Fallout New Vegas. My name's Camel. In this video I'm going to cover the normal Easter eggs. When I say normal, I mean that the Wild Wastelands perk is not required for these Easter eggs to be present. And first up we have the Leet Speak Easter egg. This is located at the Strip North Gate. And the first time we head towards the gate to get into the Strip, you'll be intercepted by the Securitron Gatekeeper. What we want to look at is the bottom option, which requires a science of 80, which simply states 1C, 3C, R34M. Or in Leet Speak, it spells ice cream. And when you select ice cream with a science of 80, the Securitron will make various buzzing and clicking noises. And then we'll say, "Thank you, sir. You may proceed," and you will be free to go into the Strip as you please. For the next Easter egg, we have a WWE reference. Now, during the GI Blues quest that you get from the Kings, who look like Elvis, if we come into the Old Mormon Fort, if we go to the first tent on the right, we will find three characters, Roy, Wayne, and Farris. And these three names put together is Roy Wayne Farris, who is a WWE wrestler who also looks suspiciously like Elvis. For the next two Easter eggs, we want to head into the Lucky 38. At the very top in the penthouse, we can find a couple of Protectrons, but the one to the left of the doorway is a unique and standalone Nuka-Cola Protectron. This is the only one in Fallout New Vegas, and a little nod to Fallout 3, where there was a building, the Nuka-Cola factory, where there were various Nuka-Cola Protectrons. For the next one, we want to go to the Presidential Suite, and we want to go to the room on the right. Then we want to head over to the pool table. If we stand on the pool table and look down at the balls, we will see that they are making an arrow shape pointing forwards. And if we add up the numbers on the balls, 2, 8, 5, 13, and 10, that adds up to 38. And the building we're in is called the Lucky 38. If we follow the arrow, we will look up and find a Lucky 38 poster on the wall. The next Easter egg is located at Ruby Hill Mine in the northwestern sector of the Mojave Wasteland. In the final chamber, we want to turn left and jump into the water. We will find 4 skeletons and a super mutant who were playing poker. They either drowned or they took strip poker way too far. For the next Easter eggs, we want to head to the Good Springs Cemetery. And what we want to inspect is this grave right here inside the fence. And if we have a look at the name on the grave, it says J. Frenzel. This is a reference to a band called Less Than Jake, who have a song called J. Frenzel. I don't know if this is a nod to Less Than Jake's music or a hint as to what should happen to their music. I personally haven't listened to their music. If you beautiful viewers want to have a listen to them, let me know in the comments what you think, and let me know which way you think this Easter egg is leaning, praise or death. For the next Easter egg, we want to head back to the Strip and head to the Vault 21 hotel. We want to head inside, and inside we will find a woman called Sarah who runs and owns this hotel. Now what we want to do is head to Sarah's room, where we will find something interesting. Wink wink. Now on the local map, the entrance is here, and Sarah's room is where my character is, where the arrow is, in the northeastern sector of the Vault 21 hotel. Now you will need to pick your way into this room. Now we have a look on the wall on the right side of the right bed. There is a photograph. In this photograph are the Lone Wanderer's parents from Fallout 3, James and Catherine. For those that don't know, the Lone Wanderer is your character in Fallout 3. Rather like in Skyrim, you play the Dovahkiin, in Fallout 3 you play the Lone Wanderer. And this is the Lone Wanderer's parents, and being in Sarah's room specifically, it does raise a question if in Fallout New Vegas they have planted Sarah as the Lone Wanderer. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments. For the next Easter egg, we want to head to Camp Golf. Once at Camp Golf, we want to head inside the house resort. Once we go inside, we want to head left into this storage room here, and on the wall to the right, we will find a portrait of Mr. House, and he is standing in front of what can only be assumed to be the Liberty Prime. This is reminiscent of an iconic picture of Howard Hughes, who is standing in front of a Boeing Army pursuit plane in the 1940s. Howard Hughes was also an avid golf player, and if you were listening, you will know that we are at Camp Golf, which used to be a golf course. Mr. House and Howard Hughes also look very similar. For the next Easter egg, you can find this on just about any power pole within Fallout New Vegas. And on these power poles at eye level, there will be a plaque that simply states TES 4. What this stands for is the Elder Scrolls 4. This is a nod to Oblivion, as I'm sure you know, another game produced by Bethesda. A very nice cross-game reference there. For the next Easter egg, we want to head to the old nuclear test site, which is in the mid-south of the Mojave Wasteland. Just be aware, this area is radiation galore, so we want to walk into this fenced area and walk into the shack here. On the bed, we will find a girl with red hair. She is dead, and her name is Trash. This is a reference to the Return of the Living Dead. In this movie, there was a character named Trash who had red hair and was death obsessed, and if we read Trash's diary in Fallout New Vegas, we will find out she was also death obsessed. She was sick of life, and she wanted to become a ghoul. That was why she's hanging out in this irradiated area. Trash in the Return of the Living Dead was a very dark character, did some promiscuous stripping in the graveyard, and was eventually eaten by zombies, which is at the bottom of my list in regards to ways to die. For the next 2 Easter eggs, we want to head to the North Vegas Square, which strangely enough is at the north of Vegas. Once inside, we want to find a building called the Grey. Once inside the Grey, we want to turn left and go to the 3rd room on the left. Once in here, we want to walk over to the table directly across from the door, and we will find a dinosaur smoking. This does raise the question, perhaps the meteors did not kill the dinosaurs. If we head up the stairs and turn left, walk down the hall, and then go through this door here and stand on the sleeping man, on the table, we will find a teddy bear with a knife and a dino toy with a knife. Whether this is just some weird thing or some kind of Godzilla reference, I can't say. Regardless of its origins, this is a rather curious sight. For the next Easter egg, we want to head to Hidden Valley. Specifically, we want to be at the northern gate to the entrance to Hidden Valley. Once here, if we run southeast and stand on this rock here, if we go to 3rd person mode, turn around and look down, this hovering message will appear that states, "Steve was here." Kind of weird one, but there is no doubt in my mind that Steve was here and not at his spelling class. For the next Easter egg, we have testicles. If we type in the console command player.placeatme space 00139B8B and click enter, this console command will summon testicles. Not just any testicles, but the testicles. And here he is, Testicles, the Debug Centurion. Through Testicles, the Debug Centurion, we can change our players' faction reputations. For the next Easter egg, we want to head to the Nellis Hangars. Once inside, we want to head over to the virtual reality pods, or as they are called here, the Nellis Flight Simulators. Now you may recall something similar from Fallout 3, the virtual reality pods. If we stand next to it and have a look inside, we can see there is something playing in black and white on a monitor. So with the magic of console commands, if we turn the clipping off, we can clip inside these virtual reality pods, and on this monitor we will see various camera angles from Tranquility Lane, which was featured in Fallout 3. If you have played Fallout 3, I'm sure you will remember this extremely annoying quest where you were sent into a virtual reality world which was set in this very small and limited area called Tranquility Lane. So there is a little nod back to Fallout 3. For the next Easter egg, we want to head to Novak. More specifically, we want to head into the giant dinosaur. Once inside, we can talk to this vendor here. If we go to weapons, we will find that he sells a gun, simply titled That Gun. Or you can wait after dark, break into the storage room here. Once inside, we will find on the right, on the shelf there, we will find that gun, just sitting there. This is a unique pistol, and a pretty cool one at that. What most people don't know is that gun, the gun on screen currently, its design has been based off the LAPD 2019 blaster, which was featured in Blade Runner. Harrison Ford's character carried this gun. Although there are minor differences, that gun was based off the LAPD 2019 blaster from the Blade Runner movie. Penultimately, we want to head to the South Vegas Ruins West entrance. Once inside here, we want to be right here on the map. And here we will find Zap's neon signs. Once you clear out the fiends in the head office, we will find a terminal. Once you gain access to this terminal, what we want to have a look at is the shipping invoice 0812, right at the top there. Once we click on this, let's have a little read at some of the information on screen. Company, Everett's Building and Garden Supplies. Contact Scott Everett. I'll point out now that Scott Everett was Fallout's lead world designer. So there's a little nod there because he was the head of the department that designs the layout of dungeons and also the outside environment. So the fact that it's a neon sign for Everett's building and garden supplies, it's a reference to his role in the building of New Vegas. And because we love Scott Everett for being the head of a department that designed such an awesome world for such an awesome game to be set in, we want to head to the Fired Root Cavern, which is in the southeastern sector of the Mojave Wasteland. Once we're inside, we want to be here, right here. And as we approach this location, we will see a ramp that goes up which leads to Cottonwood Crater. But if we turn slightly to the right, we will see a garden gnome in the midst of mushrooms. The Evil Gnome. This is a unique garden gnome. But more interestingly, the Evil Garden Gnome's features are based on Scott Everett's features. So it's interesting that he's a garden gnome and that the neon sign was for a building and garden supplies business. Pretty interesting, and perhaps he's a tough boss because he is named the Evil Gnome. And just for a reference, Scott Everett looks like this. So there you have it. I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed the Fallout New Vegas normal Easter eggs video. There are plenty more Fallout New Vegas videos on the way. More specifically, if you are interested in Fallout New Vegas Easter eggs, be sure to click the links on screen. If you want to check out some awesome and very creative Fallout New Vegas builds, be sure to check out my good friends Michael and Scott over at Fudge Muppet. The link can be found in the description. How you going, boys? So if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. Don't forget to leave a comment if you have any theories or varying backstories behind some of the Easter eggs. Don't forget to share this video amongst your family and friends, and as always, if you did enjoy this video and you would like to see videos similar to this one, please subscribe. It would help me out a lot and it just helps me know that people are interested in these sort of videos. So on that note, I need to go outside because this room is fucking boiling. Glad you enjoyed the video and I will see you in the next video. See you later.